To fully take advantage of all that Read and Write has to offer, you'll want to be familiar with some of the settings that they have as well. So in this video, I'm just going to take some time to walk through the settings menu and show you some of the features that are available in there. To get to the settings, you're going to go over to the right hand side of the Read and Write toolbar, go ahead and click on those three dots, and then select Options. This is our settings menu, and in here we have the ability to change the voice. So by default it's set to Ava. If you click on that down arrow, there are a lot of different voices in a lot of different languages that are available, but about halfway down in that menu you'll find that there are 4 different US English voices. So if you wanted to choose Tom or Allison or Samantha instead of Ava, this is where you could do that. You can also adjust the speech rate for this voice, and so if you wanted to have it read faster or slower based on whatever it is that you're reading, or however quickly you're able to listen and process that information, you can adjust that speed here. Continuous reading is an option that I think is really important to take note of. When continuous reading is checked, it will start reading wherever you tell it to start, and it will continue to read until you either pause or stop the reading. This can be great if you're reading a whole chapter of a book, or you're reading multiple paragraphs, but if you had a worksheet or some other document that you were working through where you only wanted to read a line or a sentence at a time, you can go ahead and uncheck this, and what it will do is it will read one sentence, and then it will stop and wait for you to select the next sentence and start reading again. Again, really helpful in a document where you might need to listen to just the first question and not have it move on to question 2 and question 3 until you've had time to process and answer that. Speak as I type is only found here in the settings. It's not found anywhere in the toolbar, and this can be helpful if you struggle with spelling especially. What this would do is it would give you the option to have it speak on each word. So whenever you type a word, you hit the space bar, it will read that word back to you. And if that word doesn't sound correct, if there's something that just sounds off about it, that might be an indicator that that word has been misspelled. And so this can be a nice cue for that. Speak on each sentence will do that as well. Whenever you use a sentence ending punctuation like a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark, it will go ahead and read the entire sentence back to you. The translation tool is set by default to Spanish, but there are a variety of other languages that you can choose from. So if you wanted to use the translation tool for Arabic or German or French or any of those other languages, this is where you would go ahead and change that. There's a prediction settings menu in here, and this we'll get into a little bit more in a different video on some of the writing tools, but just so you know, you can adjust some of the prediction tools. The check it option is really what you would have here is just the option to contact text help and let them know that check it missed a word that was misspelled or grammar. So it's basically a way of reporting a place where check it had an error. The screen masking menu is also available in here. We'll go through that in a different video. By default, all of the language is set to English, which is probably something that you would go ahead and leave as well. The other thing for you to take note of, though, is this features menu, and in here you'll see a list of all of the different features and tools that are available in the Read and Write toolbar. And if there are any of these tools that you just find, hey, I'm never going to use this, you can go ahead and go into here and turn off some of those tools, and you'll see that they're removed from the toolbar up above, and that can just go ahead and that can simplify the toolbar for you. Other than that, the account will be set to whatever account you've logged in and registered, and this just lets us know what version of Read and Write you're using. So that is the settings menu. Big things to take note of in here again are the features, being able to turn on and off different features. We'll go through screen masking and some of the prediction things, and then also taking note of speech, especially the continuous reading and speak as I type options that are hidden in here.